And good evening as we come back together again for another round of weather. We do have a tornado watch to the southwest of Meridian. Let's pull up radar to go in and take a look at what we have at this point. Let me turn this down. That'll go to squawking in the background, and it'll be loud for us. As we join this is where we are and what we're watching tonight. We have a tornado warning that has been issued to our southwest. Now, this is going to include Jasper and also Smith County. Now, if you live in Jasper County, there is, at this moment, absolutely nothing happening. It's all going to be west of there into Smith County, and then look at the rain that we've got just due north of there as we go into Scott County. This is where we're concerned about right here, and this has been extended until 10:45 to include Jasper County. And it's going to include all this in Heidelberg and all this until 10:45. But at the moment, this is not made it in that direction. What we want to be cautious about and what we want to watch here. Do you live in Smith County, especially right around here, the Riley Courthouse area, all of this area here over to Silver Arena? We want to be extra cautious. We've got one tornado warning. Let me turn this back on where we can see this. That is going to expire in about, let's call it 7 minutes. It's going to expire here. This left side here, right up here to where it will go on this side of the courthouse. This one will take over and run until 10:45. And this does include, all right, we just got a new one. And this is going to be coming out of here. A new tornado warning has been issued for Jasper, Newton, Clark, and Lauderdale counties. This just went into effect of this storm that was moving up towards Smith County. As we see this, the National Weather Service has issued this at 10:07, just a second ago. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Roberts, or 8 miles southwest of Newton, moving east at 50 miles an hour. Again, this is radar indicated of what we're watching. This is going to be near Garlandville, Rose Hill around 10:15, Enterprise around 10:25, Stonewall and Savoy around 10:30, Sable around 10:35, Middleton, Causeyville 0 around 10:45, Snell, you're in the mix at 10:50. These storms have been slowly making their way. And let's look at the big picture of what we've got here, of where this is cutting across. This is going to be southern Newton County. It's going to be southern Lauderdale County and extreme northern Clark County. Let's look at our lines and where all of this is lying. Now, the weather at this point is all to the west of here, where we've got these tornado warnings here in these 4 counties. The storm has not entered. It's not there yet, so I don't want you to panic. If you live here and there, be ready to get to your safe location in a minute. If you are here in Smith County, you need to be in your location now. You've got time in these areas. Be prepared as the storm slowly comes across. As we've got this tornado warning, this will be 11 o'clock for Lauderdale County. And again, this is going to be, and we want y'all to be well aware of this, this is the areas that often get stormed. This is going to be the Clark County area, the Clarkdale community that's going to be included in this. And northern Clark County, right in these areas here. Let's look at our areas now. This is some of the most, and I'm going to use this word because I think most of you have used it before. Ferocious is the word I'm going to use on this rainstorm that we've got here. Now, we're seeing this down in this area here. This looks to be breaking up a little bit here around Raleigh, but I'm starting to see all of this back building here in Smith County, northern Smith County, and Scott County that's going to move east into Newton and Lauderdale County. This is a little bit worse than here. All right, let's look at the eye of this storm before this is going to be going. Newton, this is going to be moving over in about 12 minutes to your area. Hickory in 22 minutes, and Chunky within 29 minutes. So if you live in the city limits of Newton, you've got time. Take your precautions. Get to your safe place now. This is going to be moving again. It's just to the west of you at the western edge of the county line there, coming out of Forest toward that direction into Newton County. Y'all take your cover now in these areas here. Y'all see this line. Let's look at where the tornado warning is what it includes. And again, this storm's going to be coming out of here going through these areas. This is an imaginary line. The tornado does not know that it can not cross this red line. If we go by this, and I'm using this by precaution because we're 12 minutes away from this. Anything can happen. Let's look at this. Let's zoom in on this so we can see this. Newton is out of the box, the city limits of Newton, or the box of what the tornado is. But if we come across here, and let's just close this and look at this. This is Highway 505. This is Highway 15. Here's the airport. This is South Main Street. It will be actually a little south of there, but we cannot take that for granted. If you live in Newton, get to your safe place now. Anywhere south of Newton into Jasper County, you want to be in your safe place because we do have this storm moving pretty quickly out of Forest County across here. Now, we've got another rainstorm that, as we look at this, is going to be cutting toward Decatur and these areas right through here. This is, again, coming out of here, moving to the northeast. Union, you're getting a lot of rain, but you're not included in this tornado warning. As we come across, and let's just watch all of this. You've got two cells here that are coming out of Scott County into Newton. This is going to move northeasterly across here. Now, again, as we look at these areas here down in Lewin, Montrose, not anything going on yet. We are now starting to see this rain here as it updates and comes across here. Lawrence, y'all got a lot of rain over in that area. Right there on that county line, look at that, how heavy that is. This is going to be the I-20. If you're traveling from Meridian to Newton, then on to Jackson tonight, you need to stop in Newton at this point, find a safe place to pull over in a parking lot and wait this out until the storm passes, and then move on to Jackson after this. This is a horrific rain right here that we're showing moving into Newton County. Now, this first storm is going to be at Pilgrim Grove in 11 minutes. We'll reach Newton in 17 minutes. Again, this storm right here, this is why we take this very serious. This storm here is actually in the tornado-warned area, is moving to the northeast and will go toward Newton. Could something come out of that and do anything to Newton? It sure could. Again, they're imaginary lines. Our second one here is going to be reaching Decatur in 16 minutes. This entire storm here is outside of the tornado watch box. A lot of rain sitting there on I-20, but moving northeasterly directly toward Decatur in that area, and it will move northeasterly into Lauderdale County, then on into Kemper County. Now, let's move down and look at all of this, of what we've got going on. As we move southward here, Raleigh, the area is starting to look a whole lot better. As we watch this storm pound this area earlier, it's starting to show breakup. As we get here to Silverina, the worst of the rain is in Silverina, right up on the edge there, just west of Lewin and Montrose. Nothing in the county down in this area of those two places. Let's look at our areas of concern for Lauderdale County and for Enterprise area. Let's turn on our locations and tell you where you live in relation to what is going on with these two tornadoes. Well, we got actually 4 tornado warnings issued at this point. All right, as we go into Clark County, now this is going to come across directly here just north of Montrose. If you'll remember, we had some horrible tornadoes here last year. We had some wind damage in this area not long ago. This is coming across right at the Rose Hill Post Office. It will go due east and come across right at Long's Fish Camp, right across a downtown area there in Stonewall where the Piggly Wiggly is. Everything north of Stonewall in Clark County is included in this, and this goes due east just above where you find the Clarko State Park on Highway 45 across, taking in all of these areas here of Snell and also the energy area. If you live in anywhere north of these areas here, downtown Quitman, not going to be affected by this tornado warning. Again, everything north, we'll just call it north of Clarko. I think most people in Clark County know where that is. Anything east, west, and north of there is included in this tornado warning. Now, as we go northward into Lauderdale County, let's look what's included in this. As we start on the western side of the county, as you get into this, Goodwater Baptist Church, Stuckey's Bridge. Also included this is going to be right down here at Dunn's Fall. We cut across, and this will cut shy of making it to the airport and come right across at Plant Sweat. That's the line there at Valley Road. It comes across Greg's Fireworks, the Dollar General there, just south of the Evangel Temple. The Evangel Temple sits here. Here's Greg's Fireworks and the Dollar General right there. That is included. It will cut across, and Long Creek Ball Field there at the Volunteer Fire Department is included in this tornado warning. As we go further east, the Girl Scouts, that is included in this. And it cuts shy right there. Here's the Boy Scouts, and it's going to be just south of the Boy Scout. Now, as we get out to Rodney Wing and all the gang there at Why Not Motorsports Park, you are included in this tornado warning, as well as Causeyville Ball Field. Those areas out. Anything north of this area not included in that tornado warning. Doesn't matter, does it? We're going to get some rain in here. We're starting to show that up here. And we'll go up there in just a second and look at all of that. Now, let's go back over here and look at Mr. Nasty of this storm that's producing all of this stuff. If you'll see right here in the corner of Newton County and also Jasper County, the storm is moving in. And that's where the eye of the storm is sitting. If you live, let's go to these areas now, because this is where this storm is moving across. You need to be in your safe place now. If you live in Roberts, it will be there in 7 minutes. If you live in Baxter, it will reach you in 10 minutes. And Garlandville, it will be there right there where the story is. It will be there in 15 minutes. So if you live in that southern portion of Newton County, anywhere around Garlandville, you got about 15 minutes before the storm reaches you. Get to your safe place, and let's go over a few things. Anywhere southern Newton County, we want you to get to where you're going, to wherever your safe place is. If you're in a mobile home and you live on this side, Mount Vernon, Poplar Springs, Hickory, these areas there, you got about 25 minutes. You could go to a location. If you're on this western side, you're not going to have very long. 7 minutes doesn't give you time to prepare to get somewhere. But anywhere east of there, you still have time. Football helmets. Yes, they're not attractive, but they protect your head. If you are picked up and your home is hit, your head is what most injuries people die from. We want you to have hard-sole shoes on. Nails are one of the biggest problems we have from tornadoes. You wouldn't be able to step in the yard. We don't want you barefoot. It would be awful. Make sure to have whether it's work boots, anything that you've got like that, dress in that in case something were to happen. This will reach Hickory within 25 minutes and New Fellowship within 26 minutes. And New Fellowship right over here on that eastern side of Jasper County. As we look at this line, let's look at these roads and go over where we are on the tornado warning that does include this. Now, as we look at this northern portion of Newton County, it's flooding and raining hard all up here at Decatur, Turkey Creek. We even got a lot of rain coming down here in Conahatta. I've talked to a couple of people that live there tonight also. As we get here, all of this weather is going to be south of here. It's what the National Weather Service thinks that could cause a tornado. It's going to be south of the Dollar General here at Hickory. South of there, Highway 15, these areas. Let's look here. Here's 15. Here's Highway 503. If you live anywhere south of these areas here, the junction of 504 going toward Garlandville, be in your safe place. If you live anywhere on Highway 505 south of Lawrence, get to your safe place now. We come across in these areas here that's going to be affected. Southern Lauderdale County, northern Clark County is in this. Again, this storm is in effect until 11 o'clock. That's what we've got here. As we go back over in this area, I want to make sure it's all on the same page as everything is updated. 11 o'clock on all of these tornado warnings is when they will run out. Now, if you'll see, we've lost this tornado warning that was issued for Smith County. That's good. We're down to 4 tornado warnings now. Let's move up here and look at Lauderdale County and the storms that are approaching. Coming out of just east of Newton, moving to the northeast, which means this is going to affect all of this West Lauderdale area. We are seeing rain. Let's look at this. This will be entering Center Ridge in 11 minutes. Chamberville, you'll have this storm in 20 minutes. Mosley in 20. Sicalina, Collinsville in 21 minutes. Hookston there on Highway 19 in 22 minutes. And the Martin area will get the storm in 23 minutes. Now, relatively low. This storm is not included in that watch box, but as we gauge this on that scale of 1 to 10 as it comes across, could this move into a tornadic activity? They're giving this a 2.4 out of 10. Odds are low on this, but what does it have? It has a lot of wind. Of course, as we all know, wind can do a lot of damage there as we watch this. Be careful The debris in the yard picks up things, throws it around. We know that. Now, as we move in on this, let's look at this in Lauderdale County, these areas here, just show you where this rain is. This is Highway 19. It's going to be just north of the four-way stop. Jimmy Smith Road. That's where we're going to have this up here, just past West Lauderdale Elementary, and then on into Kemper County, taking in the coal plant. We've got rain, and right there at the volunteer fire department, a brief second of no rain. That won't last long. All right, let's look at this from Garlandville. This is the eye of the tornado that we've got here. What is it doing as it moves east? Garlandville, 3 minutes is what you've got as this storm approaches you. I want you in your safe place now. Don't wait. Don't talk about it. Get there. There is absolutely nothing that you own that is worth your life. Your safety is the most important thing there. Mount Vernon, 8 minutes. Hickory, this storm will be on you in 18 minutes. And Chunky, you'll have it in 25 minutes. So you've got a little bit of timing over this way as it moves to the northeast here. Again, this is the eye of the tornado, what we've got. And we just had another cell pop up here that we're going to look at these locations here in just a moment as they move northeasterly toward Lauderdale County. Now, again, as they move across, most of these are going to be north of where the tornado warned area is at the moment. Doesn't mean that something, and let me just stress that. This is the imaginary line right here of where the tornado warning is. That doesn't mean that something can't happen there. I've seen it happen many a time. So we look at the lines, and I want you to, if you live in these areas here, especially western Lauderdale County, be on your P's and Q's over the next 35 minutes. Let's zoom back in on this and look at all of this. And then we're going to look at this rain that's down here that's moving. Now, this area is here around Pachuta, and all this is not included in the tornado warning. Let me make sure I hadn't missed anything here. Let's see. I'm going to check back in just a second, National Weather Service, to make sure that they haven't given us anything new that we're not aware of. Let's see here. Weather alerts. That was just the county sending out another did you know. All right, let's look at this. Hickory, these areas here, this is where we're at, the eye of the storm, of where the tornadic activity is here in Newton County. Jody Pennington and the Sheriff's Department are on the job there. If you've got anything that acts peculiar, call them, let them know what is going on in your area so they can, as the weather permits, get deputies to your area should anything happen. Now, I haven't been told of anything that is confirmed on the ground. Everything that we've been watching has been radar indicated. And let me do this while we're looking at this. Let me go back and look at my note from the National Weather Service of anything new. Expired there, tornado warning for Jasper County. That's a tree across both lanes of Highway 15 just south of Newton County line. So that's going to put that just into Jasper County, as we find that we've got a couple of trees down there on Highway 15 just south of there. So volunteer fire departments, weather permitting, will be there in just a few moments to cut that up. Smith County, they let that expire. It's talking about there's nothing new there. So we don't have anything pertinent coming in from the National Weather Service saying, hey, you need to pay attention to this. Let's go back to radar. That's what we're all concerned about at this point. Here we are. As we look at the big picture here, could this be worse? It sure could. Let's back this out and look at what we've got tonight. As you'll see here, this drips all the way back down here to Macomb. Now, as we were looking earlier at one point, as I was watching this stuff 3 hours ago, it had this kind of breaking and sort of going around this, and it gathered back. It came together and sure enough produced enough to make the National Weather Service issue this warning there. Hey, Stacy, how are you doing there? All right, let's go in. Let's look where the worst of what we've got. Newton, man, is pouring on y'all right now. Decatur is bad. Newton is right on the line there of where this tornadic activity was issued. This is going to last until 11 o'clock, so that means we have roughly 34 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. It's very intense, heavy rain. We haven't had anything, again, listed that put this on the ground. Thank heavens. Everything has been radar indicated with this, which means, in explaining how this works, was at any given moment it could drop down. If it's in the air above 10,000 feet, it could come to the ground. It has not, thank heavens. All right, Whitwell, Tennessee. I'm watching. How are you doing there? Collinsville. You've got heavy rain, not included in a tornado warning at all. Rain in Chunky, Loretta is telling us. Bad rain in Hickory. And as we look at radar there, it is. Here's Hickory right there. Look at the rain that is approaching. Now, if you're in Hickory, keep in mind what's going on in Newton is coming your way and will be a little bit worse. We're starting to see a breakup now in Decatur, which means this is moving east. So northern Lauderdale County, y'all be ready. This is going to be heavy rain coming into this area. Downtown Meridian is going to be getting this roughly 30 minutes from now. It's going to rattle some windows, some walls, and we want you to be prepared of what's going on. Now, this watch box has not been changed since it's been issued at all. It's been staying steady. Nothing at all happening in Clark County right now. If you live in Clark County, all is good. Let's look at this of what we've got up Highway 15 here. Again, this seems to be a favorite right here on Highway 15 for bad weather. These poor folks, if you remember, was it a year and a half ago? Lost everything they had through there. Many homes were destroyed. As we get closer, Highway 15 coming into Newton, look at this rain, y'all. Let me turn on locations where we can see this a little bit better. Now, this is going to be the school. This is where Myers Processing is. It's horrible there. Let's see here. As I just got a note from Anthony Chancellor, him and Barry White with the Sheriff's Department are patrolling tonight. And he wants everybody in the northern portion of the county to be aware and get to your safe places as we look at this, as they're out tonight monitoring the highways and byways. And always, you can always contact the Sheriff's Department. All right, we just had a little bit of a change. If you live in the western side of Jasper County, you're good as this storm comes across. What this has done, let's look at this as this updates, and this just happened. Let's look at the big picture, and then we'll go back and look at where our lines are. Anything west of this line here back toward Montrose, Highway 15 is in the clear now. Newton is just dumping rain on you. Let's look at what this is happening, where this is, of how it's making its way into Lauderdale County. We're going to get another storm front here in just a moment. Oh, I hear it here now. A lot of rain here. All right, let's do a hard reboot to make sure that nothing has been left off. Let's close that and go back here to our points. All right. Southern Lauderdale County, northern Clark County, as Anthony was pointing out. You live north of Stonewall. Y'all be prepared. This is going to be coming on across here in just a few moments as we look at this. Now, we've had tons of lightning here at Decatur. Look at this. Highway 15, Highway 503 in this area here in the rural route out here where there's not a lot going on here. This is mostly, there's a few houses out right in that area there. Y'all be careful, lightning is popping. We don't want you hit with any of this. Now, from Newton, and Newton is has taken on some water. I don't know how much has failed there, but a lot has. Kewanee not under a threat at this point. It's just under a tornado watch as I look at this. The Vimville area. This is, as we get out in here, under a tornado warning. Is there anything there yet? No, but you are under a tornado warning. Please keep that in mind. Is west of the tornado warning for Collinsville? No, it is southern Lauderdale County. Doesn't mean something can happen there. 0, yes. Enterprise High School, yes, in that area, you are under a tornado warning there. Stonewall area, yes. Stonewall is where all of this begins and moves north toward Lauderdale County, Clarkdale, these areas there. And although as I am up in this area here, it is it's one of those rains where you can't see. I can hear it outside now. Now, let's put on locations and make this a little bit clearer where it is. Coming up on the Dollar General here at Hickory, y'all look at what is approaching here. Anybody watching from the Hickory area? It's flooding there, isn't it? Look at that. Making its way right toward the county line here. All the way here, I-20, from the Red Goat to the Lauderdale County line. It doesn't quite make the prison yet, but all the way to the county line if we follow I-20 from the Veterans Cemetery, downtown Newton here. Right there at Walmart, as we come across and we pass where the Veterans Cemetery is. By the time we get to here, a pretty heavy one there. All right, let me see here. I just got a note. A few moments ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Rose Hill, 14 miles southeast of Newton. It's moving to the east at 50 miles an hour. So what we're doing here, right in this area here, is where they're saying this is possible here. It's moving to the east at 50 miles an hour toward here. So this tells us anybody that's in northern Clark County, southern Lauderdale County, get to your safe place now. This is coming on across. Now the rain through here in Kemper County, look at that. From DeKalb back all the way down Highway 39, Highway 493, Highway 495 into Lauderdale County is horrendous with rain tonight. We've got several areas here in Newton County that you won't be able to see your hand. We're starting to see rain move in about where Freeman Tractor is on Highway 494 as we get up here. This is going to be just past Church Street up here as we get near the 4-lane. This is going to be out by Oak Tibby. We're getting a lot of rain there. Light rain as we get on 19 back toward Walmart. Nothing serious there yet. Let's see here. Moving to the east pretty heavily there. We have roughly 27 minutes remaining on this tornado warning that has been issued. We got a little shift there as the rain moves on across. There's the big picture without anything blocking your view of what's happening right now. Look at this. Now, again here, eastern over here where the racetrack is in Wyandotte, it's not there yet. That's going to put us about 30, 40 minutes from being in this area. Doesn't mean don't be cautious and be ready. I'm just saying you've got more time than anybody on the western side of Clark County and the western side, southwestern side of Lauderdale County to be prepared. You've got a little time in these areas here. Over here, time is up. Seek your shelter now. All right, let's look at these locations and look closer at this. All right, I just got a note from Lima. They are working hard behind the scenes as we are, and they're monitoring. They've got several radars up as they're following this also. They'll keep in touch with us in case I don't see something. They'll let us know about that. Daleville getting a lot of heavy rain right now. Let's move on down here. The rain just come over. Adam Brown said the rain just come over Highway 503 south there of Hickory. Lost power in Hickory. No, there is not a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is radar indicated. Watching Charlie. Nellyburg, you're going to get a lot of rain. You are not, Nellyburg area is not in the tornado warned area. It's going to be south of there, south of I-20 to Clarkdale. Heavy rain, Collinsville, southeast is in tornado warned area. Yes. Stark Vegas, we'll look north of here in just a moment. Andre, don't run off. We'll check on that for you. Let's see, tornado siren in Lauderdale. And how that does and why that's going off, I think they're all tied together. When one is issued for the county, they all go off. Those have not been updated to specific areas that I'm aware of. And that's why you would be getting that thunder in Meehan. We're starting to see Collinsville, not in warnings. You're right, Ann. Sirens going off in Collinsville. Heavy rain in Bailey. As I'm going down the Mini Farm Road, yes. tornado warned area. And I agree with so many of you about saying you hate bad weather. I agree with you 110%. Let's look at this of what we've got moving into Lauderdale County. Now, this is above the warned area, but let me tell you what is coming here. Downtown Meridian, hospitals in these areas will have this storm that is sitting on the edge of the county at Newton County at I-20. It will be at the hospitals in 14 minutes, downtown Meridian. Y'all be careful, it's coming. Marion, you'll have the storm at 10:55, so it gives you 20 minutes as it comes across. Now, again, this, as you'll look at this, let me turn this off. This is not in the warned area, but it is strong thunderstorms. Most of these thunderstorms that I've been watching most of the night have had 60-mile-an-hour gusts in them. So that's a lot of rain, wind coming with this, regardless of whether it's a tornado warned in there or not. It's going to be strong as it comes across there. Let's back up and look here. Let's it's 10:37, so that gives us 23 minutes remaining on all of this, which means this is going to fastly move over the next 20 minutes into the county, and we'll see if this drifts on over into Alabama. Right now, York, y'all look great. Butler, Alabama, y'all look great. Hopefully, this is going to die down as this approaches and gets across here. We can't guarantee that. That's what we're hoping for. Let's back out and look at the big picture. I've had a lot of questions up in this area. Starkville, light rain, nothing to worry about. I think somebody asked about that. As radar updates and shows, it's not near as bad there. West Point, not bad at all. Heavy rain, but nothing to worry about. Scuba is where things get a little bit hairy. Reform, Gordo, Alabama. Just west of Tuscaloosa, some serious stuff. Scuba in these areas here, if you're from DeKalb Highway 16 to Scuba, that's bad. That's really bad weather there, and it's approaching Scuba in the next few moments. If you live there in the Scuba area, be prepared for heavy rain as we come down 39. And this is 2-lane all the way till you get here in Lauderdale County. That's a very dangerous road. So is 495, 493, these areas. Not getting anything on Highway 45 just yet, but wait your turn. It's coming. Now, as you'll see this storm keeps twisting and turning here as it comes into Lauderdale County. It's showing 45 to Toom-Suba, this area. So in between from Ralph's house, there at the Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena down to Toom-Suba, this is going to split and go through this area there with tons and tons of rain. All right, let's zoom in and look at where the eye of this storm is sitting right now. Here's I-20. Let's turn this back on and look at all of this again. Here's the prison. Let's zoom in right here. If you're familiar with where Meehan Volunteer Fire Department is, right there. Now, Meehan is just above. Now, again, I don't want to fool anybody. Meehan is not included in the tornado warning. But regardless, we've got heavy, heavy rain here. This storm is cutting across. We'll be at Nellyburg within 10 minutes, Bailey within 16 minutes, Marion in 19 minutes, and to Tompton area there on Highway 45. Let's look at the big picture here as this comes across. This is going to go right here from I-20 toward the country store there. Cross 19, cross the country store, and then head right toward Tompton out there by Northeast Lauderdale High School. And then it will go on right toward Lauderdale to Ralph's house as we look at that. Now, let's go down and look at what's going on in the actual warned area. We're starting to see some heavy rain now move into this area. And this right here is Goodwater Baptist Church is where this is. Let's zoom in here. Let's get a closer view of these roads of what we've got going on. This is going to be Point Juanita Lake Road. We're showing a lot of rain there. If you live, let's get a little bit closer on this. Brown Cutoff Road. That's that Point Juanita Lake Road right there as we come down. As we move easterly, what is this road here? That one is not going to give me a name. That's little tail hook across there. Right here is going to be Stuckey's Bridge. All of this is just to the northwest of there in the warned area, but no rain there just yet. It is coming. Look at this rain that we've got on the western side of this tornado warning. Again, this is Newton County, what we're looking at here. Here's Hickory, here's Chunky. It's all south of there, where the tornado warned area is. But from the Red Goat all the way almost to the prison is to where you can't see. This is rain wrapped all of this area here. Let me double check, make sure we hadn't gotten any anything new here. All is calm so far. All right, let me do this again. Hang on here. Let me check with the National Weather Service to make sure they haven't put anything else out. We're getting Meehan, dime size hail. Anybody pick up on that that's watching Meehan? Dime size hail. The Odie just sent me a message and said that's what we've got there. Let's see. Hail, not quite. The hail size has not quite been 1 inch. Is what we're getting reported there from the National Weather Service. It's going to run about 3/4 of an inch is what I'm showing here from the National Weather Service. As we look up, tree down across both lanes, Highway 15. We knew about that. All right, let's go back to radar. Here we go. Here's radar. Our storms, and boy, downtown Meridian, be ready for this because we've got, what is this, 3 different cells that's going to be making its way toward the downtown area if you're watching in those particular areas. Let's start here at this first one. This is going to be in Meridian within 23 minutes. Now, this is coming from where the tornado is. This will cut right across where Stuckey's Bridge is. This will come right on up across 22nd Avenue. And 22nd Avenue seems to be the eye focal point of where this stuff is moving to the northeast. So if you're around the hospitals, anywhere around where the Children's Museum is, where the new courthouse is, that's where these storms are headed in that direction. And then we'll move northeasterly toward the Russell community and on out of what we've got out here, Rainbow Lakes in that area. That's where they're moving and shifting. All right, this storm here will be in Meridian within 14 minutes. Now, again, let's double check myself, make sure nothing has changed. 11 o'clock is the tornado warned when it will end. That's what we're looking at. We've got some more cells that are developing here. Now, they have shrunk this. Now, I don't know if you were just watching when this happened. We just got this from the National Weather Service giving the eastern side of the county, why not? You're out of this now. This is going to go, let's look at our new warned area here of the tornado. This is going to pick up right here at the Lauderdale County line. Let's give some roads and move across and give you the entire area of where we're at. This is Pine Forest Academy right there. This is going to be just south of St. Mark Cemetery, Pine Forest Road, right there coming into Lauderdale. And this is this area right here. This is Stuckey's Bridge. This is going to be Goodwater Baptist Church. It cuts across due east all the way in here. Right there is going to be Plant Sweat. Still taking Greg's Fireworks. Still taking in our folks in Zero there at Long Creek Ball Field where the firehouse is. That's kind of the line. And, of course, that's going to be Crescent Lake, Wolf Springs, that area right there, over to the Girl Scouts, and then go due south to the Clark County line. And this will take in back over to the Piggly Wiggly and also taking in Long's Fish Camp, all of Enterprise in these areas, all this area north. The places that were taken out anywhere east here in Lauderdale County has been taken out of that. So this means the storm is going to move northeasterly across here. Matter of fact, let's let you look at what it's doing. Let's put this in motion of what the storm and how it's moving. See how that's going to go? Somebody mentioned, caught out of the corner of my eye, that Baton Rouge has a pretty bad storm approaching it. Let's keep them in our thoughts.
Trees and damage in Jasper County.
All right, you're on now. Pull a mic up where.
Trees down in Jasper County. Not sure exactly where, but I saw someone said there's damage in Jasper County with trees down.
All right, we knew that Highway 15 in this area right here, we had some trees down right there.
Yeah, the Newton County line. Someone also said 6 were killed in the Nashville tornadoes today, too.
Right. Horrible storms. We actually.
Is this the same storm?
Same storm system.
Okay.
As we talked about this when this all began, that the Nashville area would be worse than our area. They were putting Nashville at a level 5 and Tennessee and our area at about a level 3. As we looked at that. Now, let me see here. I think I got something I needed to pass on.
Let's see. Heavy rain and lightning just started in Briarwood.
All right. At 10:41, about 3 minutes ago, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Enterprise, or 12 miles northwest of Quitman, moving at 40 miles an hour. So that's what we got right here is what we're looking at.
What direction is it going?
Northeasterly.
Okay, just say up or down.
That would be this direction here.
Okay.
To the northeast of Enterprise. The storm is right at Enterprise.
I'm not very sure of direction, so
All right. We
just say up or down.
We just got a message from the Clark County Sheriff's Department saying that all of the power is out in Enterprise. It just went dark. And that is where this tornado on radar is located at this point. So what that's telling us is we got heavy rains.
Got large tree down, CR24. I don't know what that is.
County Road.
Near Highway 513 in the Rose Hill area.
Say that again now.
Tree down, Country Road 24 near Highway 513.
County Road.
County Road.
Not Country Road, County Road.
He needs to spell it out. In the Rose Hill area.
All right. Again,
Rose Hill, tree down.
Anthony Chancellor, as they're out patrolling in this area there around Enterprise, he said that the wind is horrendous around Enterprise, right in this area right now that we're watching. Again, the National Weather Service just told us a moment ago that a tornado, a supercell capable, thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was in this area. We have lost power in that area. As a matter of fact, let me find a button here and let's look at our power outages of what we've got now.
Has this been our first bad weather in a while? I feel like it has. We haven't had bad weather in a while.
This is the worst that we've had in a while. Let's look at this right here. We got about 35 showing here without power right here. We got another 4 here as we move of it. Chunky all without power also. As we look at this is the end of EMEPA here. Could we worse? We got about 80 people without power there. Do we expect more? Yes, we sure do. That can happen easily as we watch this. All right, let's move back to radar and pull that up. Now, if you're in Enterprise, we want you in your safe place now. Seek shelter and be in your place to be protected from this. Southern Lauderdale County, all of this area here, Clarkdale. Don't wait. Get to your safe place now. I want you there as this storm approaches. We've got roughly 12 minutes remaining on this. Let me see what else we got.
Nothing new so far. It's just a lot of heavy rain, lightning. Wind is awful right now.
All right, what the National Weather Service is telling us is that they're going to let this stay through 11 o'clock.
So about 10 minutes?
And they do not expect to reissue another one at the state line. And what they're saying is they don't expect anything to be issued in between here to here, that this will run out in here. So we've got...
so they're saying to just kind of chill out?
It's saying if you're in this area here, stay in your safe place through 11 o'clock. East of here, this should die down as it comes across on this side is what we're expecting. All right, I just got a text from the radar to my phone. Danger storm approaching. Last chance tobacco. That's going to be on Highway 493. This is where this is coming across here. And let's look at, and again, these areas here that we're showing here are not in the tornado warned area, but Lord have mercy, it's bad. It's real rough here as we look at this. We got Meridian. This storm is going to be in downtown Meridian in 6 minutes, Marion 12 minutes, and Tomb Suba within 21 minutes. The second storm, again, this is going to affect Lauderdale. Y'all be ready there. 13 minutes, you'll have a storm, and then right into Kemper County at Tamola, you'll have that storm. Let's go back over here and see what else we've had.
It's pretty rough in the Bailey area. Yeah, scroll all the way down. We're behind on comments.
Yeah, we are behind on that. Let's go. Yeah, I am way behind.
Yeah, scroll it all the way down. It's not updating like it should. There we go.
Let's see here. Sue and Levy watching from that. Thank you, Junior, there. Preston area watching. Y'all got a lot of rain in Preston. You are not under a tornado warned area. However, we are under a tornado watch until midnight. As we can see, this is quickly moving out. This is coming across. There's going to be some more rain. Look at that. That's been 2 tornadoes back over in this area earlier that actually done some damage there.
I was about to say, was there any damage?
Highway 13 Trees and things were down in that area. I hadn't got any homes listed. Mostly what we've had is tree damage so far across the state. That area there in Jasper County also. All right, we have 9 minutes remaining on this tornado warning. Let's all keep our fingers together and hope that this goes away. Sandy, thanks for joining us there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll just kind of spawn out of here. We tired. Will you let us know when we can turn in? You cannot turn in right now. No.
No.
Stay up. Drink some coffee right now.
Neshoba. Neshoba County is not under a tornado warning, just under a watch. Conahatta, everything is clear at Conahatta at this point. As we look back up here, Poplar Springs, hunker down and stay out. Jeremy, how are you doing there? I talked with Jeremy earlier tonight about what was going on with this, and it increased there at the last minute. Now, downtown Meridian, if you're Larry Gill, if you're up, boy, it's raining in your town. It's trying to clean that new bridge off. It's pouring in Lauderdale right now. Look at that rain there. Let's go back and look at our locations of what we've got. We're given the all clear here as we look at Newton County there. Anything in that area there west of the Dollar General there in Hickory, anything west of there is all clear. As we go due south of there, we still got some pretty heavy rain there around Rose Hill. That spawned several things to happen there. We still got a lot of rain down in Paulding. As we move into the Pachuta area, pretty good rain going on there. Again, the Sheriff's Department monitoring this area heavy here around Enterprise right here, as we do have a lot of power outages happening there. Clarkdale, we got some rain there at the Superette, coming down at the high school as well. The heaviest of rain that we're showing with this line of storms, I-59. This is going to be that area just north of Enterprise coming into Lauderdale County around Dunn's Fall. Woof.
Pretty rough over there.
It's pouring there.
But no warnings or anything? It's just heavy rain right there?
No, it's warnings.
Oh.
It's a tornado warning.
My bad.
This red box is a tornado warning.
Oh, I didn't see the red blinking box. All the other red. Yeah, I couldn't see it. My bad.
And if you're watching, that's what that means. This red outlined area is the tornado warned area. The rest of this is going to be under a tornado watch, the yellow area. And that's going to expire at midnight. This expires 7 minutes from now. All right, we just got a new storm update. And again, as I mentioned to you just a second ago, this is sitting right on top of I-59. This is moving to the northeast across here. Now, the National Weather Service said a few moments ago they're going to let this expire and not extend it. But boy, I was expecting in this area a thunderstorm watch coming out of this. Right now, they're not saying they're going to do that. All right, here's where this is headed. This storm that is sitting on 59 as it comes across, it's drifting to the northeast, will be in Meridian within 12 minutes and then reach Tum Suba within 28 minutes of now. Let's zoom at this and look at where this is headed. Again, this is 59. This is going to be Plant Sweat. Here's the airport.
Someone said pea and dime-sized hail in North Hills.
Ooh, y'all be careful there. It drifts northeasterly. Do you live out by the Evangel Temple? This storm is going to be coming right there across 45 South in that southern portion of Lauderdale County. Now, if you will, I know there's a lot going on here with the different colors and things, but this gray shaded area, here's the center, and as this fans out, it will affect all of these areas. The heart of the storm goes right across there at the Evangel Temple, but goes up to Rush Hospital. Takes into Anderson's Hospital across these areas here through Marion. We got another storm that has just picked up the center of a storm right there at the Lauderdale County Ag Center. This is going to be affecting Smith and Kewanee within 20 minutes. So you got storms headed to that eastern side there. Right at top of Rouse House, right here at the arena, we got a storm there at Lauderdale. It's 60 seconds away from coming across the rodeo arena there. So be prepared for that. They at the Cefco, right there behind the rodeo arena. We got some storms moving into there. Well, the great news is we've just lost the tornado warning. They went ahead and cut that shy 5 minutes ahead of schedule. That is wonderful news. Now, isn't everybody glad of that? I am. I'm glad that that threat is gone. We have 2 storms remaining in Lauderdale County. Let's go back here and look at this and see what we've got. Let's update this of power outages, see if anybody else has lost power since it's come across. We're still hovering at 80 people out of power, 76 in this area, right in this area around Meehan Chunky into the Enterprise area. We've got, I think, about 4 people just north of Scuba that's going to be without power as we go up here. It's going to be on Bennsville Road, Ben Dudley, out in this area. That's going to be right there as we get out near Thornton Road, Whitehorse. Right up in this area here is going to be where Bennsville Methodist Church is, just shy of reaching it there, of where the power is out in that area. Let me see here. We got another button we need to look at and look at the state.
So all the warnings are gone for right now?
We have a tornado watch at this point.
Okay.
And a watch is so much better than anything else. Let's look at Mississippi altogether. This is where we can track these storms of what happened as it come across. Jasper County has about 700 people without power right now. And as we mentioned, those heavy winds where that tornado warning was issued, there you go. Smith County, there's 1,000 without power right now. As we look at Scott, only about 14. Newton County showing about 30 people without. Lauderdale, it has not picked up on what's going on with EMEPA. They're showing about 5 right there, and we're showing 34 people. This is going to be in the Enterprise area without power there. As we look at Kemper County, EMEPA has about 4 people without it. Now, up in this area here, this was hit hard earlier before dark as these storms cut across the top of the state of Mississippi into Tennessee before they hit. We're getting hail there in Long Creek. All right, let's back out and go back to radar. Yes, somebody mentioned about rain in Scuba. It's heavy there. Now, south of Scuba, about Electric Mills in that area there where the wood yard is, right in there, heavy showers there all through as you come through past the chicken shack and you go down and across 2 Mile Bottom. Look at this. There's the chicken shack. There's the Cowboy Church. And look at the lightning that we've had in between the Cowboy Church and Highway 45. It's a lot. Starting to show breakup right here at Scuba. Linda Jane, y'all be careful out here. Y'all got still a lot of rain going on there in Giles, Mississippi. Starting to break up there in Bennsville, Geiger, Alabama. It's flooding there. The Methodist Church sitting on top of that hill there. It's flooding on y'all. As we come down into Lauderdale County, let's look at what we've got here going on. Rouse House here at Lauderdale, the worst of the rain is just west of you. And this will go back over to Covington's Fish Farm, up to Samdale Monument, over to NAS Meridian. I bet you can barely see those, the folks that are out there at the runway. You'll be barely able to see the runway. It's raining so hard there. As we come due south of there, here's going to be North Lauderdale Water Association, moderate heavy rain there. As we go past right here where the old Hughes Telephone Company was and go south, the rain's going to get heavier as we get to North Hill Street. Look at North Hill Street, Highway 39, the soccer complex, all of this area, past Barham Funeral Home. Heavy. Let's look at Lamar. Boy, and over here where Tate's is, Tate's Fireworks, all of that area between there and 45, covered in rain. And this comes back again down North Hill Street to Walmart. Now, this stretch past here where you get to State Boulevard Extension is going to be bad there at Fireman's Cutoff. If you're following that, you're going on over there. And keep in mind now, they're paving this road, and a lot of unevenness is going on there.
Do you think this is going to damage the road?
No.
You don't think so?
No, it's not going to hurt it a bit. But it will make you wreck.
Yeah.
So,
I
caution
say
there.
Everyone stay at home, probably. Ooh, tree down on exit 137 North Enterprise.
All right.
Exit 137 North Enterprise, a tree is down.
All right. Y'all be careful if you're going through there. All right, Mindy, thanks for joining us there and being a part of what we do every day. As we look at this now, Walmart, Highway 19, if you're going out 19 toward Collinsville, when you get to Walmart, it's going to lighten up by the time you get to Chandler Road, and then as you ease on up to where the Rock House is and those areas out by Owls, going to get better. By the time you get to where Cicalina is, where the fire department is, it starts loosening up, and we got light rain now in downtown Collinsville. That's good news. But I can't say that for southern Lauderdale County. It's going to pick up here at the prison as we go past the airport. Look at the rain that we've got all the way past the Pilot truck stop, across the airport, all the way over to the Evangel Temple, Walmart, and Lowe's. Look at those areas there.
Yeah, there's hail by Southeast School right now.
All right. As a matter of fact, since you brought that up, let's just show what we do have here with hail. Let's show where we are. right there is we're picking up some hail light stuff, and they're saying some light hail in those areas. I'm not, radar is not showing any major hail. We got a little bit right here, north of 20, and we had a little bit out here in Newton County, but we're blessed that it wasn't any worse than it was. We had a little bit up here, Samdale, into Kemper County, some areas of up to the chicken shack there. But Lauderdale County, fortunate. We've had some pea-size of what they were mentioning there, but nothing
major, yeah.
Nothing major that tears up these expensive cars that everybody's got.
Thank you, Lord.
Now, let's look at what we've got here while we still got it, because this storm is still in Lauderdale County. The tornado warning may have expired, but, folks, we still got...
Still pretty bad weather outside.
Yes. All right, let's go here and look at this of where this damaging wind is. Now, this is going to be dark green.
The winds are very concerning. Most of all, Meridian is not under a tornado warning, but
Y'all
still
see the
be
wind?
careful.
Yes. See the wind that's involved with this? All this dark green is the wind that is moving northeasterly. Now, out at Wyandotte, y'all don't have it yet. But, boy, from downtown Meridian, all these areas.
How bad is that wind in the green?
We just got a severe thunderstorm warning.
Whoa.
So let's take a look at that. Let me turn this severe off.
I suggest not going to sleep until it passes, just in case, because with weather, you never know what's going to happen. Like, we just got a warning, like, all of a sudden, so you never know. All
right, this is a severe thunderstorm warning, and it's going to be issued for eastern Clark County and also southeastern Lauderdale County. 11 o'clock, the severe thunderstorm was located along a line extending from Causeyville to Middleton to near Barnett, moving east at 40 miles an hour. Again, this is going to be until 11:45, so we're gonna stay with this, as we kept saying that this was still bad. It's just not a tornado warning, but it is still bad. As we take in this, look at our locations.
Trees are down on Sam Lackey Road.
That's going to be right off of Highway 45.
Okay.
Sam Lackey Road. Be cautious. Let's see here. All right, let's look at our locations and where we've got all of this. All right. This will cover the severe thunderstorm warning is going to kick in right here, right along where Jay's Taxidermy is. It will pick up right there on Highway 18 there at Harmony Baptist. We're going to go north, taking in all of Clark County, all the way to the line. We got a pretty good storm in Clark County that is headed directly toward, if you live anywhere around where Clarko State Park is. It's going to be at Middleton in 15 minutes, Energy in 20 minutes, and Snell within 24. So it's moving quite along, and that's running on a scale of 1 to 10 and thunderstorms at a 2. Now, we're showing...
Not bad compared to how it was earlier, 3.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Hopefully, as it moves, it starts to die down.
That's what we want to happen.
Yeah.
Now, this goes into a block here in Lauderdale County, and let me tell everybody where this is. And although you can clearly see that it is flooding in northern Lauderdale County, it's not included. They think that this area here south of town is going to be worse than this. Here we go. Let's look at these lines here. This is I-59. Let me turn on the locations where y'all can see what we've got here. This is right here as you come. Here's the airport. This is Plant Sweat. This is going to be Valley Road. This cuts across right here at Dunn's Falls, moves northeasterly directly to Plant Sweat, and then to the Evangel Temple. Now, at the Evangel Temple, we're going to go due east all the way to the county line. All right there is going to be the golf course, Lakeview Golf Course. That's the line cutting across. It's southeast. Out here at Charlie's at the Red Fireworks Barn. I said that wrong, didn't I? It's fireworks.
Fireworks?
Yeah. I've said too much tonight. I get tongue twisted. Pouring rain at Clarkdale High School. All of this area there. Look at that. Let me check.
It's pretty heavy rain.
Yes, I think I've gotten some more messages here. Let me make sure we hadn't got any damage anywhere.
If there's any more damage, y'all let us know so we can tell everybody so they can stay off the roads.
Yeah.
And so the people can come and remove the trees from the road.
Terry says she's in Crossville, Tennessee, storming pretty good there as well.
Ooh, it's still storming up there?
Arlene, how are you? All right, let's look at our big picture here.
There's hail in Long Creek.
Long Creek is getting some?
Someone wants to know if it's good to go to sleep in 0.
0. I'd wait a little while.
Yeah, wait
You're under a severe thunderstorm warning. We want to make sure that you're safe before you go to bed. Stonewall, look at this Pachuta, this rain that is coming across here. Let's put this in motion where everybody see how this is doing. This kind of starts at Heidelberg and twists along through Meridian, straight up to Scuba and into Alabama. Now, it's flooding. Eric Clark and all the gang up here in Neshoba County, it's flooding there. But it's not the severity of what's going on to the south and east of you. We look at Winston County, flooding, Starkville, heavy rain. A little worse in Winston County than it is up here in Oak Tibahaw and these areas around Columbus Air Force Base. As we back out, let's just do look at this line here of what we've got.
Ugh.
Baton Rouge. Let's hit this.
It's a lot thinner, though. It's not as thick. That red line is not as thick as it was earlier, so it's definitely calming down as it moves.
Now, as you'll see as this moves here, this is not going to be a threat to our area. To east central Mississippi. This is going to go south and move right into Bama. This right here will miss this area. Can something else, is Mother Nature, can something else happen? Absolutely. As you look up here in Tennessee, these areas here, this is what's been hit hard in Tennessee tonight. As we move along here, this is moving into Knoxville. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings in Knoxville. Back down, look at these lines to Chattanooga. Here's Birmingham here, Gadsden, Alabama. Pretty rough there. We got flood warnings in this area here east of Huntsville. Tuscaloosa getting a lot of rain right now. But as we look back in this area here around Meridian, it's still pretty rough there with these severe thunderstorm warnings that we have at this point. Let's go back in and look at our locations. Hopefully, and I have not, since we've been live, I have not gotten any remarks of accidents. And as always, one of the worst places that we have is coming into Meridian. If you have to travel for any reason over the next hour and a half, please do so slowly. It is bad out there. Now, I hadn't gotten any reports back from Clark County.
No reports have come in of any accidents, which is amazing, though.
Clarko, I'm getting reports of it, some heavy rain in there. No damage.
No damage?
Just heavy rain.
I'll take heavy rain. Trees are down on Sam Lackey Road, yes. And then there was a couple more trees down on, like, exit 137 north of Enterprise and a lot of highways.
All right, let's go back to Clark County and look what y'all have going on here. The radar texting us Jones Junior College, south of us, getting a lot of lightning strikes. And we do have quite a few here as we look across Clark County. Stonewall, still heavy rain there. Pachuta is kind of north of you now. It's still raining in Pachuta, but just north of you is heavier, moving towards Stonewall and the Clarko area. Here sits Clarko there. Just about a couple of miles due north of you is where that rain will pick up. And look how this goes to the Roy community as we get right up in here in this area here around Sable. We're sitting at 60 degrees. It's December. That's warm, isn't it? Winds are 5 miles an hour with that. As we come up here, and let's look here as we get into Lauderdale County. Now, we're starting to show the western side of Lauderdale County looks so much better. Downtown Meridian is better. Look at that. Now, our worst of the rain is going to be right out here around Camp Marydale at the Girl Scouts, moving its way around Southeast High School, Highway 19. And 19 is dangerous, especially right here at this red light. That's one of the, y'all know we have tons of accidents there. Out to Camp Bonacci, right there. We got tons of rain at the Boy Scouts. Light stuff just west of Wyandotte, hadn't made it there yet. We're starting to show showers moving in to Causeville. Out here on the rural route, let's move in here. Right here is the ball field at Long Creek. As we go due south of there, look here. Let me zoom in on this and point out where we are on these roads. This is going to be Fisher Road. I know a lot of people ask about Zero. There's Fisher right there. A lot of rain coming there. Here's Greg's fireworks here. As we'll see, we got moderate rain, but you go east of there, this picks up. Here's Clarkdale, just south of you. Look at the difference between Clarkdale High School, and then you go just a few miles down the road to where Mathis Peaches is. That rain, Highway 14, Highway 514 back to Enterprise. We got the all clear here in Enterprise. It's going to be east of you, 514 and 513. That's got the rain moving across 45 and 145, the old highway there. Everything's still sitting north there kind of quiet in downtown Quitman at this point. Nothing big happening there. Again, this is moving northeasterly. It's this northern portion of Clark County that we're worried about. The lightning strikes that we've had just east of Lauderdale, pretty intense there as they move toward Cuba, Alabama, York, Alabama. You've got rain moving your way. But the fortunate thing is we haven't had any warnings fire off for this. Baca Valley, as we go up Highway 45, this has moved just east of Scuba, the worst of this, through Baca Valley. As we get into Edendale, those areas. Kim Waste over on Highway 17 there in Geiger. Look at that. There's Kim Waste where it sits there. It's flooding there. And if you're going to Gainesville, again, 2-lane roads, be careful all the way into Gainesville, Alabama. The rain hasn't quite made it to Livingston, Alabama tonight, but it will get there eventually. Now, we got a storm that is right there near Camp Bonacci, in between there and Wyandotte, that we're watching, that's going to cut across northeasterly. Cuba, Alabama, y'all be ready. In 11 minutes, it will be at your home. York, Alabama, you'll have it in 17 minutes, and then on into Livingston within 27 minutes of this. Now, let's go back down to Clark County. Look at the storm that we've got here. And this is going to be just due east of Mathis Peaches, if you were to go out there east of there. Hurricane Creek, been there many times. It's going to be there in 12 minutes. Yantley, Alabama. It moves into your area there in 18 minutes. Cromwell, right here, Moly, Alabama. And there, right there, Cromwell Volunteer Fire Department. It's headed in your direction. It's going to be a lot of rain in that area. We're starting to see a few lightning strikes in this area, and we've had some here right around southeast. Let's zoom in on this. Here's Causeyville Road. Y'all live in that area there? That's some heavy rain there. Causeyville Road, some lightning strikes, and this is kind of off to the pine trees. Here's Shiloh, Benville Road. It's in between those two is what we've had. Some lightning strikes pop there. That struck at roughly about 9 minutes ago. This one hit at 11:02, 10 minutes ago.
Emergency management reported several trees and power lines down on Main Street in Enterprise.
All right, Enterprise. As we were talking about, there was a lot of people that said that it did.
Several trees down and power lines on Main Street, so avoid that area, especially with those power lines down. That's extremely dangerous to be around.
Someone asked about what's going on in Enterprise. We do have power outages, as you just pointed out. The heavy rains have now moved east of there. Let's put this into play of what's happened there. As you'll see there, here's Enterprise here.
Tree down blocking both lanes in the 4300. I can't think.
4300?
Yes, block of Highway 503 in Jasper County. I could not think of the best way to say that.
4300.
4300 block of Highway 503 in Jasper County. A tree is blocking both lanes.
Just about 15 minutes ago, I had someone text me about how it was at Long Creek, how the wind was whooping through the trees in that area there.
Ugh.
Highland Church, power out in the Meridian area. Had a little bit of hail there around that area there also.
It's been a lot of hail today in these areas.
I had a cute picture sent of a baby watching us. That was pretty neat there. We appreciate those pictures that are sent in to us. Now, as we go back up, the Evangel Temple, that area is clear. Although under the severe thunderstorm warning, still it's moved east of you, and this is going to be just past Long Creek. Long Creek, you're in the clear now. Greg's Fireworks, Plant Sweat, still flooding here at Clarkdale. It'll move east here in just a moment. The Girl Scouts is kind of the line of where it is. This heavy rain is going to move at Southeast School. Ooh, look at that. Crescent Lake starting to clear up there and come across. The Boy Scouts heavy. Rodney Wing, y'all get ready. It's just to flood the track here in just a few moments and bring some red dirt. And that's what's going to be going on there. Long Creek, we still got showers around you. Clark County, still heavy rain there around Stonewall. This moves northeasterly here. We have roughly 31 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning.
Seems like it's calmed down a good bit.
It has. The intensity is not what it was.
Thank goodness.
They're still holding out that this will go all the way through that 11:30. York, Alabama, Cuba, Alabama, you're starting to get these storms that are moving out of Lauderdale County now through your area. Fortunately now, you're in good hands of Highway 17 there. There are no thunderstorm warnings issued for you. Gainesville, Alabama, you got a storm headed your way and will be there within 16 minutes. Boligi, Alabama, y'all be ready. This is coming from the Geiger area from York, Alabama, moving northeasterly across the state toward you. As we look at Philadelphia, now we've got a lot of rain coming down. Philadelphia and Neshoba County, especially this eastern area, Ford's Grocery out here as you're going into Kemper County there where the Dollar General is. We go northward there. Indian Mound sitting right here. A lot of rain there. Louisville. We show more heavier rain right down here. This is going to be down around the Nanawaya pit stop. That's about the heaviest rain that we've got here in Winston County tonight. And as you get out here, you're making your way toward over to Macon, Crystal Ridge, right along in there, especially there at Bethel Baptist Church. It's some heavy stuff occurring there. Scuba still looks great. Nothing bad going on over there. All east of Yubaca Valley, moving into Alabama there. We're getting a lot of rain still out at Siples Mills in Kemper County, even up in Preston, the Dollar General area. As we go back over into Neshoba County, as we look at this rain, Burnside Park, those areas there up to Winston County showing more rain than it is in the southern portion. Moderate rain in Union right now, but it's starting to break up, and that's going to go on across. Most of the area around Decatur looks good at this point. Not bad at all. Scott County, Forest, y'all are looking good. We've got some areas of still heavy rain there in Jackson. Could be worse. As we get down into where all these tornado warnings fired off earlier. Taylorsville still getting rain. That kind of that line moving to the east there. As we get to Heidelberg and Jasper County, that's going to be the worst of what we got there in Jasper. And that's going to be due south of the lakes. As we look here, that's going to be Pachuta right along in there. As we go south of where Lake Edens is, down in there, 59, Heidelberg. Always some wrecks happening here on 59. Y'all be careful there. Let's see here. Let's do a reboot. I want to make sure it's the freshest we've got. And let's turn those off. All right. Nothing has really changed on any of that. Let's go back up and check our outages.
Yeah, there's no tornado watch anymore. It's just thunderstorm warnings right now that we're keeping an eye on, making sure.
We actually have a tornado watch through midnight.
I am wrong.
Tornado watch, not a warning.
But that doesn't mean a watch means they're just looking out for one. There's not a tornado here.
It means that conditions could turn into
Yes.
one is what that means. We have a watch until midnight. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Clark and Lauderdale County through 11:45. As we look here, let me turn back on this where we can do this.
Which is almost over.
Yeah, it's not much longer there. 11:45. Now let's do this. Let me show you what's left in the county, in the state. Let's turn off radar. This is what's left of the tornado watch, anywhere in yellow. And that's going to carry you through midnight. And it moves on over to Utah, Alabama, Selma, Birmingham, up through Gadsden, and on into Tennessee up to Chattanooga. Those areas there. Now, they dropped these areas here. Winston County, y'all are in the clear. They left Noxubee County in this until midnight, and also up here at Columbus. That's still in it as well. But they dropped all of this western side of this. Now, as you'll see here, let me close this. In the state of Mississippi, Lauderdale County and Clark County getting the worst of what's going on in the entire state. It's the only warnings that we have in the state right now. Let's go back and turn this on. Now, we're watching this down here around Macomb, but it's not near what we've got here. Now, has this downgraded over the last 10 to 15 minutes? It sure has. West of Enterprise. Let's look at these locations again down in here. There's the Dollar General. It's kind of the line there, 513 coming in. Looks better. Now, didn't you say we had some trees down around there a minute ago? Didn't we get a message of that?
Yes. Yes, we did, yeah.
Cindy's saying that a lot of lightning there around Lauderdale getting home there.
I believe it.
Hey, Mike Moore, glad to have you with us there. Clarkdale, people want to know about Clarkdale. It's still flooding there. Is there anything to the west of there? No. It's going to be getting out of the area. Probably, we'll give it 8 to 9 minutes, and it'll be getting a whole lot better there with some moderate rain. Back to Highway 11. As you'll see here, Dunn's Fall, all clear now. The west side of this severe thunderstorm warning is fading away. We do have a little bit of rain if you're coming across here on Highway 512 in Clark County toward the co-op. We'll get some rain here in Clark County here in Quitman at the county seat here in a little while. But y'all have not had anything like this going up here around Enterprise and over 45 and Sable in these areas there. Roy. Well, Roy's gotten a flooding tonight. As we're starting to see a little bit of showers move in there to Snail. Enough to rattle some windows is what that is going to do there. Now, somebody asked, are we going to get other rounds? We're going to get some more rain most likely, but most likely all of this is going to go south of here, our area, and miss our...
Will it be through the night or tomorrow?
That's what I'm talking about. This is going to go south of us as we see this, how this is drifting here, and that'll be out of the area for the night. See how that's moving? Mm-hmm. And that's going to go due south of us and move on into Bama, and that will be our last hoorah with that. Will we have some more showers? Absolutely, but nothing to the extent of what we've had here over the last few minutes. Fortunately, no major damage that I'm aware of. Lorene says they're starting to get that rain there in Quitman. As you can see it right there is radar updates. It is right over it there. Let's see here. Utah, Alabama, y'all be prepared. You're going to get soaked here in a moment. We are getting, right here in Tuscaloosa, a severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued there around Tuscaloosa until midnight. If you live in that area, be careful, be cautious. It's a big area that has gotten this right up to Birmingham. Birmingham's getting where I don't like passing through it. Too many roads and too many people.
Does not sound like a good time.
Not during rain. I don't like going through big cities with that. Look how much better this is looking up. Toom-Suba, as we get there, it's kind of the line in Lauderdale County over to Cuba and York. It's going to be worse in York and Livingston than it is in Cuba. Again, 2-lane roads in those areas there if you're traveling the back way. 20, as we all know, holds a lot of water, and we always have problems right here at the state line around mile marker 166, 162 in that area. Constant wrecks that happen. Y'all be careful out there. That's tough there. As we come down, look here. We've had some lightning strikes that struck at 11:21. That was 2 minutes ago. As we look at this, let's zoom in on this. This is going to be that southern end of the county as we look at this. That's Highway 496. A lot of rain in there, and we've had a lot of lightning strikes there as well. Now, and let's just zoom in on this. This is where the racetrack is, and this is going to be to the state line. That area from Wynot to the state line. Heavy, heavy stuff. Starting to see a break now as we look at Causeyville. The ball field, still raining, but it's a whole lot better. We got to go right over here to the racetrack and due south. Let's look at a few of these roads down in here if you live in those areas. Water Valley Church, if you live in that area. As we go a little bit closer on here, J.W. Reynolds Road. As we get down to Lon Goodman Road, right there. That's heavy, 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 and that's going to run into Mosley Lake Road. All of those areas south of Rodney's, bad weather. Still moving across toward Highway 19, and then, of course, this will change to Alabama 10 at the state line, and where you can go left to go northward toward Yantley, Alabama, and those areas there. Now, Clarkdale. This is the best I've seen it look at Clarkdale over the last couple of hours. Boy, it looks a lot better there. Still moderate rain, but the risk, the heavy threat has moved on. It's moved on to the other side of the county. We're starting, as we look at this right around Clarko, getting worse right now than it is at Clarkdale. So Clarko State Park, and if you live in downtown Quitman, look at the rain that y'all have got right now. It's pouring there from all the way out to Archusa. Here's Archusa, raining heavy there from the co-op due east. It hadn't quite made it over here to Cooper's Chapel, but it's making its way slowly but surely and out where the rain is. The rain moving into the area around Jay's there at the railroad tracks, just south of town. Manassas, these areas hadn't got it yet, but boy, we are in so much better shape than we were. This tells us that we've got, 20 minutes remaining on this. Could it expire? It's possible. Lauderdale County getting a little bit worse than it is in Clark County. That eastern side at Wyandotte is the big concern there. Let's move back over here. Some folks that are still watching in these areas around Hickory. Not bad. They look at the light rain. Union actually has heavier rain back west to Walnut Grove. Decatur looks good. It's cleared up there. Just west of you, there's a little bit, but not bad. Forest, if you're moving that way, Wendy's always the big place to stop in Forest, Mississippi, and northward to Walnut Grove. Those areas there, heavy rain. Philadelphia, not bad at all. Downtown Philadelphia looks great. You'd have to go to the northern portion up past Burnside Park to get into any heavy rain. Now, as you travel up 15 and you get near Noxapater, all this area here to downtown Louisville up to Lake Teocata is going to be heavy rain. 14 over to Macon is some heavy rain now. That's 2-lane roads cutting across to Macon, Mississippi. Be careful. And as always, if you're going to be traveling here on 490, that's pretty rough there as well. Kemper County, let's look at that. Sugarlock Lumber, y'all are getting ready to get some rain. All around Macon there, if you've ever stopped to get a hamburger up around where the Kentucky Fried Chicken is, it's heavy rain back toward the hospitals. Scuba, a little bit of lightning strikes tonight is what we've had there. Now, Gainesville, Alabama, look here. Boy, that's some serious rain coming down at the river right there. Epps, Alabama, pretty bad there as well. Bolagie, it's approaching you. Livingston, the worst has passed you, and it's in between Livingston and Epps at this point, that next exit. York, Alabama, we got some moderate rain and looking so much better in Lauderdale County as we start to see this stuff ease out of the state. 11:15, a strike there. It's about 14 minutes ago. 11:21, 6 minutes ago.
They got hail in Old Poplar Springs about 30 minutes ago.
Hopefully it didn't do any damage there. That's what we're hoping.
Huge lightning strike and the lights went out in Wyandotte.
I can see that right there is where all of that is. Let's go back up and check our outages. We have a little bit more at this point, about 230 folks without power. Is what we've got. Let's look at what we're doing here. Bentonville area is still about 4, one person around DeKalb without power. And we get into this area here. Let me move down here. Just north of Marion, we're going to have a huge power outage. This is Lazelia Road, Dale Drive there at Marion. Look at the power that is out. So if you're in Marion, they're working to restore that. And it's going to go over to Russell Tompton Road, this area around Russell there. This is Dale Drive as you come up through here at 45. On the outskirts, downtown Marion has the power. Let's move down and look at the rest of this of what we've got. Now, Chunky, we still got about close to 40 folks there without power in Chunky. As we get closer in here east of Meehan on 20, let's look at this road here. This is going to be Cow Creek Road in Lauderdale County, about 20 folks on that side. 0, we got about 1 person, and still we got about 35 here at Enterprise, and then a miscellaneous. It's not miscellaneous if you live here and you haven't got any power. This is going to be on Stuckey Bridge Road. We got about 4 homes without power there. Altogether, we're looking at about 230, tad under that 227, 230 without power there. Now, let's look at the state and see how much that's changed since we last checked that. Across the entire state, we got 6,600 people in the state of Mississippi without power right now. Showing Lauderdale at 192, 700 Jasper County, and we're still looking at, that's the biggest, Smith County, 1,100 in the immediate area here, 14 over in Scott, Leak, about 100 people. As we look at Neshoba, hey, everybody's got the power on. Winston County, down to about 36 people without power in those areas there. Hey, Wayne, how you doing? Good to see you again. Wayne LaGrone, good people there. Let's see here, huge lightning strikes.
Nothing new so far.
Let's see, Morgan, you live Lauderdale-ish, I think, if I remember right. If you live in the Lauderdale area, you're clear to go. You can head on to bed. Everything's good there. It's going to be some hit and miss showers for the rest of the night. As we look at southern Lauderdale County, only if you live in the Wyandotte area, that's our biggest area that we're watching here. We've got 15 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. It will expire here in just a little bit.
The only place that we are watching right now, everything else is safe.
Lauderdale County.
Yes.
We've got some areas here in Clark we're watching, but these areas, this is nothing to worry about here. That's just heavy to moderate rain. This is the thunderstorms that we're watching in Lauderdale. We pick up right there at Wyandotte all the way to the state line into Alabama 10. And again, they didn't extend this. I'm not expecting them to throw that into Alabama either. I think it will end there. Let's see here. Anthony just texted me from Clark County, power outages in West Enterprise due to a tree falling on a line. Mississippi Power has been dispatched to that area. And as a matter of fact, I need to do this. Let me find that. I did not skip my button. Let me go back over here to get Mississippi Power. Let's look at Mississippi Power, how many outages we have there. Here's what we're showing here. We got about 5 in the Lauderdale County area, as you'll look right there. Right there. And then Bay Springs area, about 500 people in the Bay Springs area are without power caused the outage. As we look at here, they haven't found this on Mississippi Power as to what's happening here. And let's go right here. This is going to be 124 people. And this is Enterprise. That's what Anthony's talking about there in Clark County without that power. And you've got part of it in Mississippi Power, part of it in the EMEPA. Not as many on the EMEPA side without power. A little over 125 people without power there on the Mississippi Power side. As we go here, this is going to be around Ellisville, these areas south of right there, Ellisville. We got some power outages in that area also. So it gives you a general look at what's happening. Clark County, that Enterprise, when that thing come through, it did knock some trees down and mess up a few things there for a little bit. Double checking here. Lightning has been detected within 5 miles of Quitman High School. That's what just got text to us from the radar. So if you're in that area, pay attention to this lightning. It can be dangerous, extremely dangerous. All right, let's do a fresh reboot to the radar. As you can see there, that intensity is dying down. Even equipment here, it's fading. That is wonderful news. The severe weather threat is slowly going away from us. Let's see, we've got... Yeah, I hadn't got that on to double check to make sure. At 11:45, so we've got roughly 10 minutes remaining on this, and this is not going to be extended. We've got more issues if you'll go up here around Epps, Alabama, Bolagie, east to Gainesville, Alabama. Those areas there is what our weather concern is now, moving toward Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So we're just about being able to call this good to go to bed in most cases. If you live in Lauderdale County, only the extreme area over by Wyandotte is it still a threat. We got a few storms around Quitman, but they're not bad. This is very moderate at this point. That is what's rolling through Quitman at this point. As you'll see right there, that's the worst of what we've got. And it is just about, she's humming, as the old saying goes. She's just about over. Kathy said there's no lights on Ponds Road. Highway 496 is, thank you, Heather, is calmed down. Let's see, I'm just double checking here what we've got here. Suzanne calling it a night at Dalewood and headed on to bed. Good thinking. It's kind of late for all of us, isn't it? Everybody's going to be yawning tomorrow at church, aren't we? It'll make the yawns come out staying up this late. Better safe than sorry, though. We have exactly 10 minutes, and I'm shocked that they hadn't gone ahead and just can't cancel that, but they have not. All right, let's get a overview of everywhere. Let's look at what we've got here across the state. Here's the state radar. We have showers, this stuff coming in from Baton Rouge. It's been pretty rough in those areas there. New Iberia coming into southern Mississippi down here around Macomb. All of this area, as we put this into play, will miss the Meridian area. It's going to be moving off to the south and east and miss us as it comes across. This is what's gone through. It's been bad up here. This has been Tornado Alley tonight. Sadly, we have to tell you that the last count that I got, and most of you are probably well aware of this, 6 people lost their lives in Tennessee tonight. One was a small child that lost her life. Sad. It's just sad. Jessica, where do you live? You were asking about going to bed there. Meridian, good to go. It's all east of there. Why not's what we're watching left there. You can go to bed if you live in downtown Meridian. And
It's got a severe thunderstorm warning for Meridian until 11:45.
Yep, it just expired, so everything is over now. So it's come.
Late.
Yeah, they cut it off about 7 minutes before it expired. So it has come to an end. That's the end of the threat of what we got. Tuscaloosa, Alabama is all that we've got left that we're watching. That is severe weather there. If you'll look at that, they got shear winds of about 58 miles an hour in that area there. Here's Tuscaloosa, Brookwood just north of there if you live over in that area there. The Meridian area is clear. Mississippi has got some rain to the northwest of Hattiesburg. We're watching all this. Should something come up, we'll come back. The main threat has slowly gone away. I do expect this to fade away at midnight as well. This is a tornado watch that will expire at midnight. We want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all that joined us and trust us to be your weather source. We appreciate that very much. We understand how it is to be on the other side. Totally. We want to say thank you and so much for joining us as we do this. And without a doubt, God bless you, and y'all be safe in your travels of where you got to go. Me and Odie will see you early Monday morning. I'll be back should any of the weather go to bed. Come back up. So go to bed. I'm getting tired too, aren't I? We'll see you then. Thank you and God bless.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.